Hi, my name is Jack Burns. This is the house my mom grew up in. My grandparents built this house in 1976, and I'm here to interview my grandma, so let's go inside.
Closer?
All right, could you please state your name for me?
Mary L. Kosobucki,
And your age?
70.
Where were you born and when?
I was born in Milwaukee on June 11th, 1942.
Did you have any siblings growing up?
I had 5 siblings. I had 1 sister and 4 brothers.
Do you remember any stories about your childhood?
Sure. When I was growing up, I lived in Milwaukee, so we had Washington Park real close by. In the summer, we could go fishing there and boating, and in the wintertime, we could go ice skating. And then we could also go to the Milwaukee County Zoo because it was at Washington Park before they moved to Highway 100 and Blue Mound.
What did you guys do for fun when you grew up?
Oh, we would go swimming. We took the bus and we used to go swimming to a pool that used to be on 96th right off of North Avenue. It was called Hoyt Park. Then we went shop. We used to take the bus downtown, and there was many stores downtown, and we used to go shopping.
Okay.
A couple things.
Where did you attend high school?
I attended high school at Germantown High School.
And you said before that you got to pick out the school colors because you were the first class?
I was the first class. They just had opened the school, and I was the first class to graduate from there. And being the first class, we got to pick the school colors and the school mascot name.
Did you have a job during high school?
Yes, I did a lot of babysitting.
Lots of babysitting. What was the popular hangout spot during high school?
Oh, it was in Menominee Falls, and it was a pizza place. It was across from Krieger's Bowling Alley.
Okay. And what did you do after high school?
After high school, I worked at F.W. Woolworth Company. Doing office work.
And that was your first job out of high school?
Yes.
When did you first meet Grandpa?
I met Grandpa in 1963.
And what did you guys like to do?
We went polka dancing. I met Grandpa at Muskego Beach Ballroom. And we went polka dancing. That's where I met him, and then we went polka dancing every Saturday night because Grandpa did not like going to movies.
When did you get married to Grandpa?
In August 29th, 1964.
1964. Where'd you guys get married at?
St. Thomas Aquinas Church on 36th and Brown.
Okay. And did Grandpa say anything about being in the Marines? Did he remember anything or tell you much about that?
Yes, he was in the Marines for quite a few years, and he was asked to go to officers training school, and he turned it down.
And so he just kind of stayed back and
Yeah, and
did a
just,
lot of work in the behind the scenes.
Yeah, he was an office supply clerk
Okay.
in the Marines.
After you guys got married, where was your first house?
We bought our first house, and it was in New Berlin, Wisconsin, 165th and Greenfield.
How many kids did you have, and when were they all born?
We had 4. The first one was Mark. He was born in 1965. Then Maria came along, who was your mother. She was born in 1967. And then Marty came along. He was born in 1969. And then Marissa came along, and she was born in 1976. And don't ask me why we named them all with M's.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Was that kind of like the set trend?
No, we just started with M, and when Maria was born, the doctor said I have a good name for her, Maria, and then we just started naming kids with M's.
And at this time during the 60s, it was a real big decade. Do you remember where you were when Neil Armstrong landed on the moon?
No, I don't.
No?
I can remember where I was when President Kennedy got shot.
That was my next question.
Oh, I was working.
You were working, and it came on the TV or what?
No, it came over the radio.
Oh, the radio. Okay. And do you remember anything about the civil rights movement? Anything about Martin Luther King hearing his speech?
Yes, I remember hearing it.
Was that a big, was there a lot of, I know it was more down south, but was there a lot of segregation up near Milwaukee?
No, not really.
Not really? Yeah.
No.
Okay. And do you remember any interesting stories about any of the kids growing up?
Growing up? Interesting stories. Well, Mark, when he was little, he was very sick. I think he was in the hospital 6 or 7 times before he was 2 years old with different illnesses.
Mm-hmm. Any stories about my mom?
She used to, her dad worked second shift when she was a baby, and he'd come home from second shift, and he would sit and rock her half the night.
And do you remember anything about technological innovations when the kids were growing up? Did any new stuff come out? The cassette player.
Oh, the cassette player?
Is that how you guys listen to music?
Yeah.
Cassette player. Anything about when the computer came out? When did that come out?
Until we were in high school.
No, we didn't have. It came out after I was out of high school. We didn't have computers in high school.
Mm-hmm. And any transportation innovations you remember? You remember your first airplane ride or?
Yeah, I remember my first airplane ride. I only was on once, and I was in Florida. It was the year after I graduated from high school, so it was 1961. I went down to Florida in a bus with my sister, and my sister got really sick on the bus. So the only option we had was to fly home. So we took the airplane home.
And one final question. Do you remember where you were on the 9/11 attacks?
Yes, I was sitting in the family room in a rocking chair, and I had the news on.
And that's when it kind of did it come on the TV.
It came on the television.
All right, that's about it. Thank you very much.